What's going on, you guys? So I kind of wanted to do a video to give you guys some sort of idea of what it's like going to the Arnold Classic and what you can really expect to experience if you go to the expo, to the shows, whatever. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what my weekend was like at the Arnold Classic. So this video might get kind of long, but to those of you that have never been and to those of you who don't really know what it's all about, I kind of wanted to give you guys a video, just for you guys, kind of explaining what the whole weekend's like, what the whole weekend's about, and what to expect. Is this something that you should, travel to do? So let's start with Thursday night. Now, I've been going to this Arnold Classic for 5, 6 years, and I've never gone on a Thursday night. The first couple of years, I don't even think I spent the night. I don't know. I might have spent the night. I might have just went Friday. But the last couple of years, I've been staying the whole weekend. And we've never went a Friday night before, so we went on on a Thursday night before. So we went on a Thursday night this year, and the reason being is there's a thing called Meet the Pros, or Meet and Greet with the Pros, or something like that on the Thursday night. And basically, what it is it's just booth after booth after booth. It's kind of like a miniature expo. It's got booth after booth after booth of all the athletes competing in the Arnold Classic. Taking pictures. You can go up and talk to them, whatever. So basically, I highly recommend you go on a Thursday to go to this meet and greet. I think it's something that not a lot of people really know about, and not a lot of people actually go to this little meet and greet. Because I've been going to this for years. Like I said, I never even knew about the meet and greet, and I've never went before. So I went this year. It was awesome. But what to expect? It's going to be really crowded. You're going to be waiting in a really narrow space. The line is going to be crazy. You're probably going to wait a little while, so I highly recommend purchasing the VIP tickets, that's what I get every year, is the VIP stuff. I get all the VIP, I get backstage stuff, all that stuff. I don't like waiting in line. I've gotten that every single year, so that's never been a problem. Also, what to expect, man. It's just craziness. There's people everywhere. So Thursday night, the line is going to be crazy, but still, like I said, once you get in there, it's not that many people. You're not going to be waiting that long to meet the athletes. I met Dennis Wolf, Tony Freeman, Branch Warren, Ben Pekulski, Sean Roden. I just got my picture with most of the guys that I liked the most, and then I left. I didn't really stick around much longer. I stayed for about 45 minutes, and I got my picture with probably 7 guys. I got my picture with some of the 212 guys. Didn't really stick around that long. I didn't get my picture with every single athlete, although I could have. I believe the time was 7 to 9, so I think it was a 2-hour event. So I could have stayed for 2 hours, but people were pissing me off. There's too many people, and I just wanted to get out of there. I got my pictures. My favorite picture was with Dennis Wolf, and he won the Arnold, so that was a good deal. So I highly recommend, like I said, going to that Thursday night event, the meet and greet with the pros. So that's Thursday night. Friday, the expo opens Friday early in the morning. And if you got the VIP passes like me, well, I've actually got the passes that if you're an exhibitor or like a media member, you can get in before the VIP. But the VIP, they get in at like half an hour early before the big crowd hits. And the big crowd, man, if you've got a general admission ticket to the Arnold Classic Expo, you're going to be waiting in a line of like thousands and thousands of people. It's craziness. And once they hit the door to that expo, there's lines out the wazoo at every single booth, so it's crazy. So what I do is I believe the expo opens at 9:30. So we've got these media passes. So we go like quarter till 8. So we get in like an hour and 15 minutes before everybody, before VIP, before everybody. And for a while we just walk around, it's empty. A lot of the vendors, don't start giving away stuff until maybe 15 minutes before the VIP guys get in. So we get in like a bunch of lines before everybody else hits, and we get all the free stuff before everybody else hits. So we get most of our stuff, in that little hour before the expo even starts. And then once all those people hit the expo, we pretty much just walk around and don't really wait in line for anything. We just walk around and people watch and stuff like that. So if you can get a media pass, which you can't buy them, you got to be like an important person there, I guess. I don't know. My uncle gets them for me, so thanks to my uncle. But you got to be like an important person. So if you can get one, but you can't buy one. So if you can get a VIP one, get that, because you want to get in before the big crowd hits. So that's my advice for the expo. As far as what the expo is, man, just about everything you could imagine. If you want to see a freak show, just about every freak in the world is going to be at this expo. Muscle freaks, just freaks everywhere, man. Freaks everywhere. It's crazy. Every supplement company's there giving away free samples. Everything fitness related. There's fitness equipment vendors, barbell vendors, weight vendors, Rogue Fitness. There's people, you know, doing powerlifting stuff. There's people giving away supplements, supplement companies, bodybuilding companies, health companies. There's like doctors that have booths there, egg white companies, health food companies. Anything fitness related is going to be at this expo. I believe they said there was like 850 vendors this year. So 850 booths, man. That's a whole ton of people. There's going to be booths for pro bodybuilders, retired bodybuilders, places to get autographs. It's everything, man. But I guess what you can expect from the expo is there's going to be lines. You just got to expect it. You're going to be waiting in line a lot if you plan on going to the expo. So expect a lot of lines. The price is only $15, man. For $15, you more than get your money's worth. Like I said, I stay for the whole weekend, so I go to the expo all 3 days that it's open, and I come home with, you know, maybe 4 gigantic bags full of supplements and shit. And these supplements, they give you like a lot. I came home with maybe 20, 25 t-shirts, free t-shirts, and probably enough packets of protein to equal like 3 or 4 full containers of protein. Pre-workout, same thing. Amino acids, same thing. And the companies that give out the most are usually like bodybuilding.com, BSN, Muscle Farm, the big companies. So you want to hit those big name companies first because they're the ones giving out the good stuff. So that's my advice on the expo. What else, man? What else to expect from the expo? Expect to feel like you don't even lift. If you're like me, you're a college guy, you lift, you're young, you think you're big. You go to the gym, you lift heavy weights, you think you're big. You go to the Arnold because you're into bodybuilding and you consider yourself a bodybuilder. I consider myself a bodybuilder. I consider myself a powerlifter. My goal when I go to the gym is to get bigger, build my body, get stronger, bodybuilder. So we've all got our egos. We've all got our, you know, little bodybuilder egos. And we go into this thing and you're going to see a million people that are twice your size. You're going to be humbled at this event. I guarantee it. You're going to see a lot of people that look just like you. You're going to a lot of see of average gym rats. And you're going to see a little bit of you know, above average gym rats, and then you're going to see the freaks. Then you're going to see the people that are like super gym rats, and there's just all different levels of swole people there, and a lot of them are going to be bigger than you, and it might discourage you, but if you're like me, it motivates the hell out of you. When I get home from the Arnold Classic, dude, I'm ready to tear shit up in the gym. I'm ready to go ham. But that's just me, man. I get super motivated when I get home from the Arnold Classic. So what else to expect from the expo, man? You're going to meet some pros. You're going to wait in line, but you're going to meet some pros. You're going to meet like Dana Lynn Bailey. You're probably going to meet her, although she had her own Flag Nor Fail booth for the first time this year, I believe. And the line for that, it was out the door. It was crazy. I didn't even wait in that line. It was retarded. I didn't even get to go up to Dana Lynn Bailey this year. Last year I got my picture with her because there wasn't that big of a line and she was at the MHP. Yeah. I didn't even get close to her this year. But another thing that's really cool that they do is the MHP booth bench your body weight competition. I haven't done it yet. My friend got to do it this year, but the line for that, ridiculous. I didn't even want to wait for it. What else, man? Everybody, man. All these YouTube personalities that you see on YouTube, they're going to be there. They look crazy different in person. They look smaller in person. They look bigger in person. It's crazy. All the YouTube guys are there. You're going to recognize so many faces that you didn't realize that you would recognize in person. It's crazy. I recognize so many people there. I don't talk to any of them. I don't say anything to any of them. I used to be the little fanboy that went around and got my pictures with everybody, but not anymore. So the expo is really cool. So that's Friday. On Friday night, they used to have the Miss International, which was the women's bodybuilding competition. They don't do that anymore. I guess that's gone forever. And they replaced it with the 212 men's bodybuilding. So 2014, first ever men's 212 bodybuilding division at the Arnold Classic. It was awesome. I loved it. I thought it was an awesome addition. The show was great. The finals were great. It was produced great. It was awesome. It was awesome. Flex Lewis won, as you know. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. I mean, a bodybuilding show is a bodybuilding show. It was cool. I think you guys should go. I think they did the bikini the same night, and maybe another women's division the same night as the 212. It was cool, man. I liked it a lot. I highly recommend you go to the 212 if you can get tickets to that. So the next day is Saturday, Expo, did the same thing, got in early. I was there all day. Every time I do the Expo, I stay from when it opens at 9 to when it closes at 5:30. So it's a long day, man. And then the time gap in between this and the show is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. The show starts at 7, and we get backstage at these shows so we can watch them pump up and stuff and all that good stuff. So we leave, half an hour to an hour before the show starts. We want to get there real early. So it's a long-ass day, man. You're getting up, let's say 7, you get ready, you get up to go to the Expo at 8, quarter till 8. So you're up from like 7 until the end of the finals, which is 10, 11 o'clock. It's a long day, man. You're just constantly walking, you're constantly standing, you're constantly moving, you're constantly just doing stuff. It's a long day, a long weekend. So back to Saturday. So you go to the Expo, do that, you stay all day, so you're done at 5. I believe the men's open bodybuilding competition starts at 7 o'clock. So this is the big guys. This is the Dennis Wolfs, the Branch Warrens. This is men's open, all the guys that you know. And this year what they did, I believe they did the, I don't want to say this wrong. I think they did the women's physique competition the same night. Yeah, I think so. I think they did the women's physique the same night as the men's open. And they also do the strongman as the same night as the men's open finals. So that's pretty cool. The strongman, I love watching that. It's always cool. They usually carry something heavy, lift something heavy. It's cool. They do it as like an intermission between the when the men's open bodybuilders do their posing routines and get the awards. They kind of put like some entertainment in between. So that's where they do the powerlifting or the strongman, and then they usually have a show like where they have some like acrobatics dude or like some fitness related show, like some extra entertainment that's not bodybuilding, but it's like fitness and strength related. They had like some calisthenics type guy who like did a bunch of like handstands on a big high up bar. It was cool, man. It's cool. So I highly recommend you go to the men's open bodybuilding show. It's cool, it's really long, but it's awesome. It's probably 3.5 hours long. It goes from about 7 till after 10. I think it went till 10:30 this year, but it's cool. It's a real fun thing to go to. I highly recommend you go to the men's bodybuilding if you can. Also, what I didn't mention is at the Expo, the prejudging and the rest of the strongman stuff is at it's at the Expo. Oh shit, the prejudging. Yeah, the prejudging for the men's open is earlier in the day, on Saturday. So on Saturday at like 2 o'clock is the prejudging, and that's over at Vets Memorial. So that's not at the Expo. So if you want to go to the prejudging, you're gonna have to leave the Expo and go back to the Expo because it's like from 2 to 3, and you can only go over for that hour. Then you go back to the Expo, whatever. It's cool. I go to the prejudging every year. It's awesome. I believe I even made it to the. Man, I did so much stuff this weekend I can't even remember all of it. I believe I went to the 212 prejudging also. I think that was actually at the Expo. So at the Expo, they have a stage, like a bodybuilding stage. They do the amateur, the Arnold amateur bodybuilding competition there. They do the strongman, all the rest of the events there, like the tire deadlift and all that cool stuff. They do the 212 prejudging now. They do some of the women's stuff. They do like arm wrestling, I think. They do all kinds of stuff at the Expo. So the Expo has like a big stage and a bunch of seats like towards the back of the Expo. So you can also do that. You go to the Expo, you can watch a bunch of the shows for free. You can check that out online, like what the schedule is and stuff. But you can watch all kinds of shows if you stay at the Expo all day. So that's a really cool feature that they have at the Expo that I really enjoy doing, is watching all those different events while you're walking around, people watching, whatever. So Sunday, man, the Expo is open for a little bit. I don't recall the hours, but after the Expo is the cool thing, which is the it's called it's like a press conference it's like a post-game press conference. It's Arnold, Bob Ciccarello, and all the champions. So all the women's champions, the 212 champions, the strongman champions, men's bodybuilding champions, all the champions from the weekend are interviewed by Arnold and Bob Ciccarello, and it's really cool. Not a lot of people go to that either, man. Not a lot of people go to that. Like I said, I get tickets to every single event, and I try to go to as many as I can. And on Sunday morning, that's pretty cool. It's a really cool event. Last year when we went, my dad, he doesn't really recognize a lot of the bodybuilders. He was a bodybuilder when he was my age and a little bit older than me. He doesn't recognize a lot of the bodybuilders nowadays. Last year we went to this press conference thing, and we sat down. We got really good seats. and we sat down, and he picks the seat, and and he sits down right next to Branch Warren, and he doesn't even realize he's just sitting there watching the show. And I'm looking over, and I'm like, this dude next to my dad's pretty swole. He's wearing regular clothes. I mean, really, in real life, these bodybuilders don't look that crazy huge. Some of them that are short, if they're wearing baggy clothes or long sleeve clothes, you wouldn't really recognize their physique. And Branch Warren is one of those guys. He's wearing kind of baggy clothes. He's kind of short. He looked kind of like a regular dude. He had a big watch on, and he just looked like a regular guy. I'm looking over, I'm like, that's fucking Branch Warren. So I took a picture of my dad and Branch Warren. I didn't even ask Branch Warren to look over. I didn't want to be that fanboy guy that's, hey man, can I get it? I didn't want to bother him. So I just kind of like leaned over, told my dad to kind of make it look like he was, you know, kind of close to Branch Warren. I don't know, man. It was cool though. It was really cool. So the Arnold Classic, man, it's a cool event. Every year we go, we talk to people in line, and they've come from, you know, California, Wisconsin. They drive like 15 hours to come out to this thing. I highly recommend you guys come out. It's a really cool thing. And goddamn, man, this video is long, 16 minutes. But I just wanted to give you guys like a complete recap of how cool this weekend is and all the things that you're going to do and what to really expect. It's a cool weekend. I highly recommend you guys go. But I'm going to wrap this video up because I don't want you guys to get bored. I'm sure a lot of you didn't even watch it to this point. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.